Hi guys, so the verdict has been reached on several bags. I did collect bags, and as I minimize and as I've been doing this for a good 3 years, but especially in the last year, I've really been active. Before it was just like once in a while I would go through my bags or through my clothes or through my kitchen items. But now I've really ramped it up in the last year, I'd like to say. And so the verdict of the bags, these are going to go and these are going to stay. And good intentions, a sandwich bag. I don't eat sandwiches. Bags for compressing clothes when you go traveling. Well, I've minimized my clothes, so I really don't need those anymore. A bag for wet items or laundry. I don't really need it. I can just use like a plastic bag or an area of my suitcase to put the clothes that need to be laundered, or put my laundered clothes when I travel in somewhere else. I don't need a bag just for that. A little cute bag that has no purpose. I've been holding on to this bag for a long time, thinking it looked very cute. It's for traveling, it matches my suitcase, but it's actually very impractical. I can't fit my laptop well in it. Like, my laptop is really squeezed in this bag, and so it doesn't really work so good for the curated items that I have in my life. This water holder has been very useful. I've used it a lot, but I have other bags that I can use to carry my water bottle when I go hiking or when I go travel. I don't feel the need to have a bag just for one purpose. This insulated bag has been super useful going shopping for fruits and vegetables and leafy greens and fish, like fresh fish and meat. But it's broken, and I know myself, I have projects that I would rather do than fix this bag. So I'm going to let it go, and maybe somebody else will fix the bag if they like to sew. And this one has been kind of a bittersweet. So this is the bag. It's on wheels, so I bought it recently, actually just like a few months ago, with the intention on going to the farmer's market. I love that it has wheels, so I don't need to drag my 5 pounds of fresh oranges from the farmer's market on my back. But the wheels are actually finicky, and they don't do the job it's supposed to do. And that's a lesson learned as well, is if I'm really needing a bag that's going to serve a purpose and other purposes, because I don't use just one item for just one thing, it needs to be good quality. And I bought it because it was cheap. It was at the grocery outlet, and I was like, oh, this is exactly what I was looking for, except it was low quality, and it fails me time and time again. So this is upsetting, but once again, it's probably best at this stage of my life to focus on buying items that are quality items only after I know I really want them. And then I got to think about the other bags that I have as an option, and maybe it's okay for me to use this sturdy backpack that I usually use traveling overseas, or if I go and visit my in-laws and drive down the mountain. Maybe it's totally acceptable to have 5 pounds of oranges in there that I carry on my back. It's only for a short distance between the farmer's market stands and my car. and then to my house. So it's really not too much to ask. But what was challenging going to the farmer's market was to have this one shoulder large bag that I'm going to show you. So these cloth bags are very useful for going shopping at the supermarket because they remain in the cart. And so I can put all my fruits and vegetables and my leafy greens, and that's totally fine. However, when I go to the farmer's market, I need to carry a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, which weighs a lot. And so the shoulder bags are not really ideal for that. But then I realized, hey, I have this totally useful Quechua backpack that has good padding, good back support. It's really for hiking and backpacking, this bag. And that's something that I do already. So I'm going to use it for the second purpose of going to the farmer's market, for my oranges and heavy root vegetables. So that's that. Let me move away from the sun. So I'm definitely keeping this, and I'm definitely keeping those because I love to have cloth bags. I can wash them, and they're very handy to go to the supermarket or to throw in something large that it doesn't fit in a handbag or a little backpack. So for my everyday use, this is my purse. It holds my wallet and my little essentials, and I use this every single day. So this is definitely a keep. This bag I love because I get to put larger items in it. It's also washable, and I love the way it looks and the way it feels. I use it when I go to work and I need to put in larger items and like gloves and labels, and if I need an extra layer to be able to put the layer on and off, I like to be able to store it in a bag, and books and my journal, because I do that quite a bit, and sometimes I need to bring my packed lunch with me, and so I furoshiki my packed lunch. I would have to tell you about this. This is a Japanese art form of kind of gift wrapping things without using a bag. It's actually very convenient. So I use this bag for larger items that I need from time to time, several times a week actually. I do have this item, which is a mini foldable backpack, which is good for day hikes, and I just need to carry like a couple granola bars and an extra layer of warmth and my water bottle. And this folds into a teeny tiny pouch, and so it's very easy to use. It is not the most sturdy, but for a day hike it works just fine. I do not like to have backpacks on me when I go out and about in my regular work life and mom's life. I do like the shoulder bag. It's probably a bad habit, but this is what I'm used to right now. I may change again in the future. I'm not opposed to it. So we'll see what time tells. Here, this duffel bag, even though it's pink and I really don't like the color, is fantastic. I can put in so many things in this duffel bag, and this is what I use to travel. Even to travel overseas to visit my family in France, and I've used this bag, and it holds a lot of things. And I can use the straps like this to put it on my shoulder. So my backpack, the duffel bag is actually in my back. I can do that with this. It takes no space at all. It's super useful. So moving forward, I would use more duffel bags for trips. They're just so handy. And I could technically use them for going shopping, but I'm not there quite yet. And this last item was a big question mark. I don't know if I need to keep it or not. Pretty ambivalent about it. I've used it a ton. Same thing traveling overseas. It's this one. And also visiting family who lives far away from where we live. And same thing, I've been able to put my family's clothes in it. And but do I really need it? We'll see. Maybe in a few months' time, I will realize that actually I've downgraded, like downsized, not downgraded, but downsized so much that I can live with a lot less and I can travel with a lot less, which is something that I used to do in my mid-20s. I went backpacking around the world for 6 months, and I only had a large backpack that carried everything I owned, and I had a small backpack in the front for a day pack. So I had one big in the back and one small in the front, and I lived with that for 6 months, and I didn't need anything else. And so those days are long gone for me, because since then I've become a homeowner, I've become a mom, I work, I have a business, I work the corporate world too, and I acquired a lot of things over the last, almost 15 years of stuff accumulation. To the point where I've decided it's too much. I was actually way happier when I had less. But still, I live in the modern world. I live in a house. I don't live on the road. I am not nomadic like this. And nor do I want to. It's not a phase of my life anymore. But do I need all of these bags? Probably not. Eventually I would have pared down to the point where I only have one large bag, one large backpack, and one small everyday bag. I'm not there yet, but let's see where this process leads. I am satisfied with today's work, because it is a little work to make those decisions, and to gather all the bags that I own personally, and to make a decision on each and every one of them and feel at peace with it. But the result is that I'm letting go of what doesn't serve me and keeping what I think I'm going to maximize better. Bags that are going to be even more useful to me, because I'm going to use them more, and I'm not going to be spread as thin trying to figure out which bag I should have when, and so it's going to be making my life more simple, and that's the goal for me: simplicity, and freedom and lightlessness, and also purpose and meaningfulness. So there you go, guys. This is it for the bag edition, and I think I did pretty good so far. So see you next time. Bye.